Blast me to Bermuda! It's time for the Mad Merlins unboxing of Warhammer Age of Sigmar Start Collecting Slaves to Darkness by Games Workshop. Hello everyone and welcome back to another Mad Merlins unboxing. So today I'm bringing you the Start Collecting Slaves to Darkness box for Warhammer Age of Sigmar by Games Workshop. So first off, before we get started, who are the Slaves to Darkness? Well, the Slaves to Darkness are the mortal followers of the Gods of Chaos. They roam the mortal realms in warbands dedicated either to the Pantheon as a whole or to one of the individual gods. The Slaves of Darkness are made up of the human followers and sometimes allied in by beasts of chaos, demons, and pretty much anything in between. The Slaves of Darkness will often go to war in full plate armor, as we see here, with warriors and knights, or are often sometimes even just members of the Dark Oath tribes that fight in marauder bands. So let's have a look at what we actually get in this Start Collecting box. So we have 16 miniatures, we get 5 Knights of Chaos, 10 Warriors, and we get a beautiful Chaos Lord there on a gigantic lizard. So the Chaos Lord is on a Carcadrak, so he has a hexed battle axe and a demon-bound blade. And we have the option of either a helmeted head or a bear head. Even though I am quite a fan of a bear head, I think I might go for the helmeted head myself. So you also have a squad of 10 Chaos Warriors, and these are the updated, not so static looking Warriors of Chaos. They have a little bit more motion to their poses than the current plastic kit. And these guys are getting a update even more with a full multi-part kit with command options. These are just 10 basic warriors with a champion, and each one has the option of either a bear or helmeted chaos head. We also then have 5 Chaos Knights, so they each come with a cursed lance and full plate armor with nice chaosified horned helms. We also have the option to build one as a champion with an alternate helmet and the cursed flail upgrade. So let's take a look inside then at what we actually get. So we get our instruction book. We'll have a closer look at that later on. So we've got our Chaos Lord on Carcadrak, which is a single frame. And as you can see by the posts and holes, these are all push fit models, but that does not stop them from being any more awesome. So there's our Chaos Lord. We've now got our Knights, so this I believe is the champions. So we got choice, I'm thinking, 35 and 24 is 2 different Knights. I was going to say we have choices of a regular Knight or Chaos Champion. We might do, I'll have to have a look in the instructions. But we got breastplates for the actual horse itself, we got the flail there, we got a backpack with sword there, and we got a rather generic cloak there. So there's that. And then we've got our other frame there of knights. So each one has a nice unique pose to it. And we've even got some little detail pieces to fill in the peg holes on the bases. And then we've got our frame of Chaos Warriors. So each of these is a basic warrior with a shield and sword, or mace and sword in some cases. We got a nice spiked maul for our champion there. And like I said, each one has the choice of a bear head or a helmeted head. I think for my guys, I'm probably going to go for a mix. I do like the classic warrior trope with the helmeted heads, but some of these bear heads are quite nice. We'll have a closer look at those later on the up close cam. And finally, of course, we have bases. So we got a baggie here of 32 more bases for our warriors. Got a large oval base for our Chaos Lord. And medium oval bases for our knights. And then we have the box. So I'll just adjust the camera and we'll have a look at these in the overhead cam. So here we have our Chaos Lord on Cargadrak. So he has the 90mm oval base here, which will be quite nice and imposing for a character model. And here we have his frame, and we'll have a look at all that detail. So we got the very standard fur trimmed Chaos Warrior cloak. Got the Cargadrak's body, head, underside, the rock for its tacticalness. Got the Chaos Lord's weapons here, and we have the choice of the dual-horned bear head there, or the very rather regal crown looking helmeted head there, which I think is what I'm going to go for. So got a nice engraved runes on his sword there and on the axe. Even have one with a Chaos Star there on his gauntlet, and the same on his other gauntlet for his axe. We got insides there for the Cargadrak, so he's got nice detailed internal mouth detail, and we also have his horn there, and even a tongue. So, it's really nice detail. The Cargadrak model is amazing. You've got lots of detail for the scales and the armor plates. We've even got the sheath there for the Chaos Lord's sword. And a defeated Stormcast head as part of his trophy rack. So, nice spikes there on the top of the Cargadrak. Really a fantastic model. Okay, moving on then, we'll have a look at the Chaos Knights. So these are over 3 frames, and we have our 75mm oval bases there. So a little bit of a base upgrade, I think, from the original Chaos Knights. So we'll take a look at the first frame here, which has the components for our champion. So we'll just have a quick look at the instructions a sec. So yeah, these are for 2 different knights. So we've got one with a demonic face here, and then we've got one with just a Chaos Star split over 2 halves and a couple of horns. But each one is uniquely detailed, including individual weapons and shield motifs. Each has a horned helm, which is quite nice, very classic Chaos Knight. And the only other option we have in this kit is the flail or spear for the champion. We, as of yet, don't have a command option for this squad, but that is going to be rectified in the upgraded version of this kit. So this kit's getting an individual release, and it's going to be including a 4th frame, which includes all the command options that you require, so banners and musicians, and extra options for your champion, I believe. I'll bring in a 2nd frame here. So here we have the rest of our Chaos Knights, and they are really good looking models. So again, we've got another demonic visage here that's different to the previous one. Random bit of foam. And like I said, each one is unique. They have their own specific equipment. So we've got one here with a sword, one with a mace, an axe there. And there are 5 unique helmets as well, which helps make the models stand out. I believe there are 2 helmets, one for the champion and one for a rather generic knight. And there's a champion's helm itself, I believe. Yeah. It does all look really quite nice. Can't wait to build and paint these guys. And finally, we've got our 10 Warriors of Chaos and their 32mm bases. So here we have the Warriors, and they are all fairly simple push-fit models. Each one has the option of a bear or helmeted head. But if you have a pair of clippers, you can just simply clip away the pegs, and you should be able to easily put any of the heads to any of the torsos. Of course, they all have individual shields, so not every model is going to be exactly the same, which is pretty good. They each have a slight individualistic flair to them. And each warrior has a different weapon, or those that have the similar weapons, like the ones that all have swords, have slightly different bits to them. Like this one has a couple of notches taken out, whereas this one has some extra spikes added. Flipping over, we've got the arm for our champion here with the massive spiked maul. We have the bear head there for our champion as well, which has some demonic horns starting to sprout, and a lovely top knot there. Got another rather demonic looking face there with a couple of horns. A more humanoid face there, although he has got a bit of scarring. We've got a guy there who seems to have lost an eye. Got another rather brutal looking Chaos Warrior there with a branding mark on his head, and again another top knot. And the good thing about it with this kit is there are both male and female heads. So it goes to show that Chaos is not too bothered by your gender, you will serve it regardless. There's one of the more obviously female heads. I have a feeling this one's female, but because of her rather snarling face, it's kind of hard to tell. And the only head I'm not too keen on is this one here that's got the skulled hood. Looks kind of weird to me. I might just use one of the alternate other heads to fill in the gap there. But all in all, these are lovely models and are perfect for representing your Warriors of Chaos. And like I said, there's going to be a full multi-part kit which comes with the option of demonic weapon or demonic halberd, and you also have the choice of a Chaos Rune Shield, and you also get the full command options as well. So I'm really looking forward to the full release of these in the next year. We've already had the Slaves to Darkness box go up for pre-order yesterday, which includes the brand new Chaos Chosen, Demon Prince, and the Ogroid Feridons. But these won't be coming out, I think, until possibly January or February time, because I think the rest of this month it's going to be more Horus Heresy. Next month is going to be focusing a lot on the Christmas boxes, of course, which, from what I've been hearing, there isn't going to be one I'll be wanting to pick up this year, which is good because I'm going to put my money that would be treated to myself towards something a little bit different for the channel. So stay tuned for more news on that. So yeah, there we go. A really nice update to the classic Warriors of Chaos. And they really haven't lost much. They still look the part with their nice chunky plate armor. They still got their leather boots, cloaks, furs, chainmail, belts, and brutal looking weapons. So really looking forward to building these, and of course getting them painted for next year, hopefully. So I'll bring everything back in then. Oh no, sorry. Forgot we haven't been through the all-important instruction booklet. Because you can't build your models without instructions. Well, you can, but you won't go the way they're meant to go. So, luckily, as I said earlier in the video, all of these models are push fit. But of course, if you want to use glue, just apply a little bit of glue to the areas where the pegs connect. And you can get a more permanent hold for your models. Really looks good. I mean, this model is a perfect Chaos version of the Lord on Dracoth from the Stormcast. And really, it's a pretty good Lord on Mount model. The fact that it is push fit and yet so oozing with detail is just another way that they show they've really improved their game with model making over the past few years. So here we have the Chaos Knights instructions. So you've got the choice of the Doom Knight, which is your champion, or you can just be a rather generic Chaos Knight. So no difference in the actual horse itself, it's just the head and the arm that identifies the champion. And these are, like I said, really good updates to classic knights. Much like the Warriors, classic knights are rather static looking, but these are a real good blow up. They've got nice load of motion to them and are really just fantastic models. So they all have a rather similar build. You put the heads on the horse, put the two halves of the body together, then you start sandwiching the two halves of the rider's body together, and then attaching the lance and shield. So there we have it. And finally, we're looking at building our warriors. So we got our champion there with the spiked mace and the choice of two different heads, both with an awesome top knot. Then, like I said, we're building the Chaos Warriors, and most of these are only a few components each. The heads give you a little bit of variety, so each one can look a little bit different. But for the majority of it, it's about 3 or 4 components, plus your head. So no more than 5, I don't think, really. But yeah, all in all, they look fantastic, and these will be perfect to use as what they are, the standard Warriors of Chaos. War scrolls for included units can be found on the Games Workshop website. But yeah, These guys do look rather fantastic. And there we have a paint guide on the back, which I'll probably be following majority of because I just love the classic black armoured with red cloth. Bit like my Black Legion, really. But I am a sucker for undivided allegiance to chaos. So, like I said, like I started saying, let's bring everything in for my final thoughts and the price. So there we have the Slaves to Darkness Start Collecting box. And you might think, why did I pick this up? Well, I picked it up because it's been on my radar for a long time, and with the soon-to-be updated Warriors of Chaos actual plastic kit, I thought now's as good a time as any to pick it up. And of course, I'd also ordered my Warhammer Plus Year 2 model, which is a Chaos Sorcerer, so I had to have something to go with them. So this will be quite nice. The Knights will go nicely with the Lord here, and the Warriors will be a perfect bodyguard for my Chaos Sorcerer. So, first off, price point. This is the bog standard for your Start Collecting boxes, and costs you £65 on Games Workshop. I believe this might be online exclusive, I'm not too sure, but I'm sure your other local hobby stores should be able to get it at a slight discount. So, my final thoughts. This is a fantastic box, and currently these are the most up-to-date sculpts for these kits, but these are all going to be updated yet again next year, as we're getting a separate release for the Chaos Knights and a brand new updated kit for the Warriors of Chaos. So they won't be as monopose. You'll have more weapon options, more head options, and of course the full command options. So you have your banner and your musician, and more options for your champion as well. Hopefully we'll also see the Lord as a separate release, but he's been a really nice looking model, and I've been meaning to pick this set up, as I said, for quite some time, and I can't wait to build and paint him. Might be leaving him not fully glued down for the moment, because I think I definitely want to try and get all the detail that's underneath, as well as the detail on top. So yeah, can't wait to get these guys built and painted. So this set is definitely a solid 10 out of 10 for me. Warriors of Chaos have always been a faction I've loved. I've loved the look to them more than anything, and this set just really does deliver. Price point as well is pretty good. You are going to be spending about 35 for the Knights. I think for the moment though, you can get a box of I think 8 to 10, I think it is, like that, of the current Chaos Knights. Whereas the future box will be this box plus an extra frame. The Warriors, again, are, I think, there's something odd. I think it's like either 16 or 20. Yeah, I think it's 20 with 4 on each frame. So it's, again, you get more for your money at the moment, but the poses are rather limited and rather static looking because they were designed for a different game system. But these models are perfect updates to that classic Warriors of Chaos style. And yeah, these guys are going to definitely look good on the table, especially with the update coming to the Slaves of Darkness range. So let me know what you think of these in the comments section below, and also what would your suggestions be for my next purchases. I was tempted by the Slaves to Darkness box, but I haven't had the money at this particular moment in time to put aside for it. Who knows what will happen in the next few weeks or so, though, hopefully. And if it's still floating around in my local store, I might pick it up then. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on this set and my next purchases to be for my future Slaves to Darkness army. I'm definitely planning on more Warriors and more Knights, but I'm thinking also I might have to get Archon or Archaon. He is a beautiful model. and I haven't had Archaon since the old Games Day on foot version, which I managed to pick up on eBay a long time ago. But that was in a different age, and we are of course now in the age of Sigmar, and there is of course updated models galore for this system. So that's it for this video. All what's left for me to do is say thank you for watching. If you think I deserve it, please give this video a like, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more mad content. There's of course all my links in the description down below, and in that case I will see you next time for more mad content. Goodbye.